the meaning of life.
42.
No, it's about family. It's about experience. It's about being together. It's about having experiences together. This is baby Samuel. One of the principal goals of doing like these overlanding and camping trips is, yeah, it's fun to make these videos, but it's to get out, it's to have these experiences, you know, and see new things and experience new things and do it together. And because I'm like naturally entrepreneurial minded and a marketer at heart, I sometimes just can't resist the urge to like try and monetize something. But I've been down this road before where like I've had like a passion or a hobby or something I was doing that was fun that started like kind of going into this realm of like commercialization, and like I put myself in a position where it turned into like a job. And I don't want this to feel like a job. I don't want to have, this is something that I want to do because I enjoy it, because I like doing it, the vlogging and the overland trips and all this stuff. It's this package deal, and the point is I don't want this to begin to feel like work. I've been sitting on these feelings for a while now, and I think I've finally come up with a solution that I think is gonna benefit and help us, but also like not be like obtrusive for you guys, and sort of like be like a win-win, so it's not like gonna suck the passion and the fun out of it for me. Subscribe. If you are watching this movie, if you have watched a lot of our movies in the past and look forward to watching in the future, subscribe to our channel. It literally, like, it does no harm whatsoever to subscribe. Click the subscribe button, and if you're like me and hate push notifications, do not click that little bell button. But if you like having the push notifications, click that little bell button and you'll actually be notified every time we have a new video. For us creating the YouTubes, our subscriber count it's how we measure all of our success in life. It's how we measure our self-worth. And the kids like to brag to their friends about it. But seriously, the growth fuels future opportunity, and it really like gives us a sense of accomplishment and gives the kids a sense of accomplishment. And if you hate our content, that's even more of a reason to subscribe, because then you can see whenever we release a new video and you can go in and you can hit that big thumbs down button. Selling merch is kind of a no-brainer in terms of like trying to generate a little bit of revenue and, you know, provide some monetizing, some financial support to some of the things that we're doing. But every time I was thinking about like the idea and concept of like selling, you know, merch, I'm going, man, I'm gonna have to package every $25 shirt and every hat. I'm gonna have to put it in a box and put a label on it and drive it up to the UPS store, and I'm busy enough as it is. I really just didn't want to get involved in any of that. But I was talking to a friend of mine and I realized that what we do is I use an online e-commerce platform called Shopify. And there's a little plugin called Printful, I think. But it basically, all it is I go in there, and turns out they sell the same shirts that I have made, plus a whole bunch of other, you know, cool stuff. And I basically connect that, I go in there and upload my logo, and it makes all of it. And I don't do anything, I don't fulfill anything. And so somebody can go to our store, they can pick out the shirt that they want, and then they can pay for it, and it goes through this platform, and it gets, you get the shirt, you get the hat, you get the whatever, and I don't have to do any of that. All I have to do is have it there and tell people about it, and if you want to buy a shirt or if you want to buy a hat, you can, and we make a little bit of money. You guys get merchandise. I don't have to do any work whatsoever for it, and that's cool. For the patches and the stickers though, there is no handy dandy dropship thingamajigger. So we've got to do that by hand. But here's the thing, I was talking to my wife about this, and the thing that's cool about that is that we can actually have the kids package this stuff and get it all put together. And so, they're actually gonna get a cut of it. So this is actually a really, really fun and neat opportunity for them to kind of learn how this process works. And it's just gonna go as part of their allowance. Hey. And so it's actually kind of a cool deal because they'll be able to And as of this video, the store is now open. I've got a link down below in the description, swellrunner.myshopify.com, but don't worry about, I'll put the link like right here. So I'm actually super duper excited about this last way that you can support us. And the reason why I'm super duper excited about it is because we're doing something that nobody else has done. We have created a Patreon page. Patreon is this cool little it integrates with like YouTube or like whatever else. You can actually contribute, donate to us for creating this content. But I'm sitting here but I just didn't feel like what we were doing was like a worthy enough cause for you just to give me money. I'm cool with like selling like merch, and you're paying us for something and we're giving you something in return. But like the Patreon thing, it's like the only thing you're getting in return is like me creating content. And I feel like that's kind of a ripoff. For you, not for me. And so what we're doing, every month, whatever you contribute to us in Patreon, whether it's $1 or $50 or $100 or whatever a month, 50% of all of that, of all donations received, we're gonna give to an overland related charity. But here's the cool part. Every single month, you will vote on those suggestions, and whoever gets the most votes is going to get an opportunity to receive 50% of those funds for that month. It's not going to be much at first, but over time, as we continue to do this, it's going to grow. And I think that we can really do a lot of good and help, you know, some charitable organization. I think this would be a good opportunity to be able to give back to the community. This is not a good idea. I'm taking advantage of a, not really a rare opportunity, but yesterday, you see, we got a ton of rain. I mean, we got absolutely dumped on. I'm taking advantage of an opportunity to go hit some of our local trails. I've talked about this before. I live in Destin, which is Northwest Florida, and we're surrounded by like these state parks and these kind of preserve areas, but they're relatively like uneventful. In terms of like finding like interesting terrain, it really leaves like there's not a lot of interesting terrain. It's pretty. When we get rained on, like really rained on, that's when they kind of start getting a little interesting. Washington State Forest it's a pretty good sized little, you know, forest. There is a large amount of like Forest Service roads, especially east of Highway 395. In the places where it starts getting a little questionable at times, you can tell where they just dump rocks and sand into it just to kind of make it better. So there's a ton of like little coastal waterways, creeks, and kind of like these little like water systems that kind of flow all the way throughout the forest. And after it rains, oftentimes they'll become pretty flooded. There's a few little areas that are, you are crossing a creek, but they have it like just filled with granite rock, so that there's really no chance of getting stuck, and traversing is very simple. But there's, you know how water is, it's always opening up and finding like new ways to kind of get through places, and this is a bad idea. That was one of those sort of well-graded water crossings that we have here. That water crossing back there is It's always there. It's just sometimes it's higher than others. There's a couple of trucks out here playing around. I keep hearing them. This is a bad idea. So, I guess I can take it out of let me turn off the A-track and unlock the rear diff. There we go. Put it in 4 high. I just noticed something, and you probably already noticed it, but I lost the front valence cover thingamajigger that goes in the center black part. As of this particular moment, I'm not exactly sure when I lost it. See, I kind of figured, is that it? See, this is where the clips go, and this is part of the plastic. The clip is on the other side, and it's just ripped clean off. Definitely doesn't look as good without it. There it is, right there. See it? Yep, sheared it right off. Check this out. See, here's the plastic pieces, and that's where they clip onto the bumper. You can see this one, it broke right here. Actually, if you look at it, it's not like tough plastic, so. Oh well, I think it's a good place to end it now. So, see you later.